So you know, towards the end of this video, I will be giving out in an activation to help us ease us into these energies a little more, and I feel like I'm in a good place to offer this activational and this healing because I myself am a Leo and we are in the sign of Leo in Mars, of course. Sun sign we have Aries. So, oh my gosh, so that's even more fire. I completely missed that in my head because I was really focusing on Mars and Leo, but of course we're in Aries, so there's like triple fire. I'm calling this a double whammy, but in reality, it's kind of like a triple whammy. So, whew. So yeah, this is going to be fun. So I have a few cards here. I've got the Dragon Oracle card by Diana Cooper. Or cards rather, not card. The cards by Diana Cooper, Dragon Oracle. And I have the Mystic Martian Oracle here. So that, it says that one's by Lisa Porter. So these are the these are the Mystic Martian cards. So I thought they'd be perfect to read as it's in the name Mystic Martian. So that's all to do with attuning with galactic energies, especially Mars energy. So Martian energy, that's where the name comes from. So I also have some crystals here to help ease us into these energies for the activation, which will happen just after we've done a little introduction and pulled a few cards. So I have some carnelian here. So the carnelian, I'll be using that to do the little energetic tune-up. There's some sunstone here, a sunstone obelisk, which I'll be having fun with the activation. I have my handy Scarlet Temple Lemurian quartz here. So that is powerful stuff. And I have hematite. So hematite is going to be really important. So that is just to ground us and bring us back down to earth, because there's going to be quite intense energies, as you can see with all of the fire energy around us. So that is just to help to ground us and to settle us in. I have my obsidian spearhead tool. So this is if there's any cutting away of any attachments that are not needed, that tool will be used. There is some ruby here. So ruby is to connect us with the the fiery element, and to connect us with Mars. And we have some gemstones to connect us with Leo as well, so the Leo energy. So that's all to do with the golden energy. And here we have some iron pyrite, or fool's gold as it's known to some. So fool's gold, as once upon a time it was mistaken for gold. Oh dear. So some fool's gold here, iron pyrite. There's also some Sahara desert glass. And I have some citrine over here just for good measure, because why not? You can never go wrong with a bit of citrine. Okay, so I'll just take a quick look at the comments, because I can see there is a comment. So British, yeah, that's correct. British over here, so I'm in the UK, so yeah, you're fully correct there. So there is an amber skull here. So again, this is all to do with the golden energies and the Leo energies. So that's the amber. And I also have my Sekhmet statuette. So that is also to help to protect us and also to attune to the Leo energies. So she is here with us. And a witch's ladder. That will be used with the little activation later on. So the activation that you're going to stay around for, that activation towards the end of this live stream, that will be a bit like ASMR, and Yeah, so ASMR, so I'll just say that, that's basic. And I also have a energetic device tool here. So this is a copper energetic tool. So this is the measurement of the copper wire is to the sacred cubit or the royal cubit. So that is in tune with the 144 megahertz or hertz, whatever it is, sorry. But yeah, the important thing is that it's the measurement is to the royal cubit. So that means that is the same sort of measurements which goes into the pyramid. So we're talking about like a very specific measurements here. Jessica says hi. Hello, Jessica. Thank you for tuning in. So yeah, so these are the tools that I will be using for the tune up. So it's an energetic healing tune up or activation, as it's sometimes called. So that will be coming a bit later. So if you stay around for that, then you will receive that, just to help ease us through these intense energies that we're going to be going through. So I'm going to start by pulling some cards, and I'm going to hit that bell. So please do hit that subscribe button and help this channel grow, because I do appreciate you all, and I love it when you all appreciate me as well by hitting that subscribe button, so thank you. Okay, so just tuning into these beautiful Leo energies and the Mars energies. So I can't forget Mars, because Mars is super important. That's a big ass planet. Okay, it's just that I am a Leo, so whenever anything's Leo, when we're in Leo season or full moon in Leo, anything like that, I always get excited. Okay. Alright, what is the important thing that we need to know? So, interesting, so the card that we've pulled is Earth. So this is, again, it's the reminder to do with this. So it's reminding us to stay grounded through these intense energies. So I'll show you the card. Okay, and Jessica says, okay, brilliant. So the element of Earth, it says survival. That is very apt, and that's very important. So survival, we're talking about Aries or Mars, the god of war here. So when you're working with Mars energy, so he is literally, in mythology, he's the god of war. He is all about survival of the fittest. He is such a strong, mighty warrior god. So he makes it his mission in life to literally wipe the floor and to decimate everyone else, basically, because he loves war. War is what he breathes. So it's interesting that the first key word on the card is survival. So it says survival, adaptable, reliable, and this is the earth element. So I think this is a reminder that if we're finding these energies a bit too intense, to go back out into nature, to ground ourselves. So simply standing with barefoot. So if you have a garden, that's easy to do. Just stand out in the garden. Or if you're not self-conscious, you can go barefoot in the park and just soak up that earth energy and get that grounding to help to balance us through the intense energies. Okay, so Anonymous says, I am a new friend and I am a fan of the game, but you can tell me if you're not interested. Okay, so I'm not sure what you're referring to there, Anonymous. Okay. So the first card we had was the Earth Element card. Okay, so next we're going to go in with the Dragon cards. So what else would you like to tell us, Spirit, about these energies that we're surrounded by? So I ask that any ancestors, any spirit guides who are attuned with our highest good, who are here to help us with our spiritual growth, or any form of growth which is for our best or highest possible good, then please come through with messages for us from Spirit. Thank you. Okay. Interesting. So we've had the earth element, and the card that I've just pulled now. So it's interesting. We've got the earth dragon. So it's interesting that Spirit is giving us this reminder. There's a strong reminder of earth. So I think it's kind of like a big sign or signal to us that when we're finding these energies intense, when we're surrounded by intense situations, if people are losing their tempers, if shit's hitting the fan, to connect with the earth and just remember to look at the bigger picture. Just remember that we're floating on this planet Earth, in the middle of the cosmos, in the middle of the universe, and whatever other multiple universes are out there. So we're here all on Earth. That is the main thing. So it says the green dragon helps you to tune into the secrets of nature. So that's the green dragon is saying that once we come out into nature, that the elemental spirits, they're going to gift us with light codes, and they're going to help us. So it says receive answers and guidance from nature, align with your divine essence. So in there's a reminder that we all carry a divine spark, we all carry divinity within us. So a lot of us, especially due to our conditioning, due to traditional religion, we kind of forget that we kind of place gods, or we place our God on a pedestal, like somewhere far, far away from ourselves. But in reality, there's no separation. We are a massive part of God, and there is no separation. So we don't need nobody to go in between us and God, because we always have that connection there. Okay. Okay, so let's see what other dragons want to come through with some guidance for us. But I find it very interesting that we have this reading to do with all of the fire energy, and the message from Spirit so far is to come to the earth elementals, and we'll help to regulate you, basically. Come to us and we'll regulate you, we'll keep you safe. Okay. And it's interesting because that in ancient times there was like there's sacred groves and orchards, and they would knock on wood. There's the saying there, knock on wood, and that was to avert something from bad from happening. So if you know anyone that's superstition, this is still something that people do. So if someone says something awful, something that you don't want to happen, then the superstition is to knock on wood to prevent it from happening. And this is all because this is the power that the earth elementals have. They have this power to intervene on our behalf, and they can protect and guide us. But in order for them to do that, then you need to do two things. One, ask for that help and guidance, and number two, it makes it a lot easier for them to intervene and assist you if you're actually surrounded by nature, if you're in the vicinity of that nature. So you need to get out there. You can't be just staying indoors and thinking that the nature spirits are going to come and say hey and come and offer their help. So it is possible for nature spirits to come indoors, but the important thing is that we're out in nature, because that we're getting the negative ions. So if you think about, like, if you burn like a Himalayan salt lamp, for example, that will cleanse the air in the room. So this transmutes the positive ions to negative ions. So like when we go out into nature, this is what nature does naturally. So nature is naturally transforming the positive ions, which are ironically not good for us. They're quite harmful to our health. So the positive ions, they come from stuff like electronic devices, so like 5G, phones, televisions, yada yada yada, all of that stuff. So trees, instead of emitting the positive ions, they emit the negative ions, and these negative ions are which we soak up, and they're what we need. So that the negative ions, they're what's healing for us, and this is why it's good to like go on walks to the park or to spend time in nature, because we then soak up them negative ions, which are so good for us. Okay, interesting. Okay, so my home star system's coming through. So we have a message from Lyra. So this is the white gold dragon from Lyra. So again, this is connecting you to the highest Christ light. So it's all about that Buddha consciousness, that Christ consciousness, whatever you want to call it. Okay. So like I was mentioning earlier on, there is that divine spark within us all. So we all carry divinity within us. Okay, let me see this. Okay, so some messages. So can you ask the card to make America great again? I'm not too sure about that. So that's not how the cards work, I'm afraid. All right, Lily says, greetings, kind soul, nature barefoot. Ions at the beach are wonderful. May you be blessed in all ways. Thank you, Lily. That is very kind of you. But yes, being barefoot in nature, I cannot stress this enough. Like, I know a lot of people get self-conscious, that some people don't really hate feet, and they hate other people's feet, they hate their own feet, they don't want the feet showing, and they're worried that, like, if they're out in nature, that people are going to see their feet. So I do kind of think those thoughts too, but you've got to push past that, because that's just the ego. You need to think that the ends justify the means, that it's all for the greater good, and you're not just doing it for no reason. There is method to the madness. So get them feet out and soak up some nature. And once you do that, then we're going to find that divine spark within ourselves, and there's going to be like the fire, the flame will just ignite. This is the message from Spirit. Okay. So basically, I wrote down some notes earlier. So one of the things that we need to remember about Mars in Leo is that Mars don't mess around. Mars ain't effing with nobody. Mars is gonna get things done. Mars is like bringing us all into like a spiritual boot camp, where Mars is gonna be on our case, and with the support of the Leo energies, those all of this fire energy that's around, in conjunction with Aries, Leo, Mars, all of this fire energy, there ain't no messing around. You think that things are going to stay stagnant? Hell no. That's not how it's going to work, I'm afraid. So the time for rest is over. Like, a lot of people, there's a saying that some people say. I'm not one of the people who would go around saying this, but this is kind of the Mars like mentality. So I'll rest when I'm dead, some people say. So I'm not advocating that saying, because self-care is very important, but I'm saying it's that relentlessness and that drive. So this is the kind of Mars energy, and yes, it will get you results, but at the same time, take care of yourself. Okay. You a youth pastor, says the Martian. No, no pastor here, sorry. Ego going, ego gone. Yes, Lily. Mars warrior lion breathing fire. Yes. The flame burns away all false construct. Yes. Okay. So let's go in with the Mystic Martian and pull a card from there again. Let's see what other galactic family is coming around us now with assistance. Okay. The Arcturians. So that is lovely. So if you look at that card, then they look a lot like what people in like in movies they class aliens to look like this. So when I don't even like that word alien, because alien means like something that's like different and far removed and just strange, but in reality we're all connected. Like every being in every world, every universe, we're all connected, so there is no real aliens. But the Arcturians, they're the wisdom keepers, it says. So their message is coming to us. So the message is that it's very important to feel safe. So the Arcturians, they come with, they're very concerned for our well-being, and they're the wisdom keepers. So I feel like at this time where the energies are very intense, the Arcturians are going to be coming in, and they're going to be giving us some downloads, some healing downloads, again to regulate this energy and just to help us through all of the chaos, so to speak. Okay. Especially when there is people who are like thriving in that energy, people like I was mentioning earlier, the people who don't want to rest, the people who are enjoying getting things done, and they're just stomping onwards and onwards and running on empty. So I feel like the Arcturians are going to kind of like, they're going to kind of intercede on their behalf and just kind of give them a little shove in the right direction, basically. Okay. So Lily says, I'm triple Libra, 67, and galactic road-wise. Intergalactic, I'm Pleiadian. Excellent. It's lovely to see you. I love all of the star family, so thank you for tuning in. So it's brilliant that we have a Pleiadian watching. So there's so many star races. I do actually have another video which is about the galactic races, and there will be more videos to come. But back to the message at hand. So I feel like the Arcturians, they're known for their wisdom and for their healing. Like a lot of the different star races, they all have these specific gifts, and most of them, such as like the Actarians, Lyrans, Pleiadians, they all assist us with healing. But this card is specifying that the Actarians are watching over us at this intense time with all of these fire energies and fire signs like ruling the roost. So that is a good thing to know, that we are being supported. Okay. How about those Dracos? So that's interesting. I just picked up the Dragon Oracle. So the Dracos. Yeah, so it does depend really with the Dracos, because I believe a lot of us star beings. So I believe we've all been star seeds probably at some point. And I believe most of the people on Earth are most likely star seeds. It's not as rare as it may seem. So we kind of feel like we're alone at times. That is how we just feel, because we just feel like we're out of time and out of place, and we're here on Earth and we want to be in this other star system where our soul feel like it belongs. But the Dracos, so what I was meant to say, sorry, before I went off topic, is that I believe in one of my past life I was a Lyran Draco hybrid. So Dracos and the Draconians are not all bad, and that's the interesting thing about all of us. We all probably have lifetimes where sometimes we're on the side of good, sometimes we're on the side of evil, sometimes we're breaking down the matrix, sometimes we're building up the matrix and using the matrix to harm other people. So that is kind of how it goes. Different lifetimes we learn different lessons. So I believe the important thing is that in this lifetime I'm here to help people. So it's just important to just remember what you're here for now. And also it's just like the same as any other grouping or any form of race. You can't just put all people of one race into one category. So you can't just say that all of the Draconians are evil, because in all of the Lyrans or Pleiadians or all of the Actarians are good, because it's just like the yin and yang. In every race, in every system, in any type of people or being, there is always going to be some good, and there's going to be some who are not. So that is the important thing to remember. Polarity, yes. God loves you, Riley Rice says. Thank you. And Lily says, I hope that Mr. Musk would awaken to the understanding that we won't be allowed to leave Earth until we clean up the mess we made during the Kali Yuga cycle. Yeah. So yeah, I'm kind of with you there. I kind of, it's just like palm to face when you think of all of the millions that is spent just traveling to space. It was funny. I literally saw on TV like a couple of hours ago about how Katy Perry was flown into space. So yeah, so I'm all for female empowerment. Don't get me wrong. I've nothing against feminism or females. Okay, but yeah. So I just when you see stuff like pointless trips to outer space, when that same money could be used to fix the Earth and to help the needy people. So it's just like, I feel like when these billionaires with all of this money, they don't have the priorities straight. So, but what can we do about it? Not a lot. Well, sorry, when I say that, I don't want to sound like a defeatist. We can do stuff about it, but it's just like important to remember that one person can change. So it's like the man in the mirror ideology. So if we want change, we need to start with ourselves. Okay. And the, so okay, sorry. Okay, so Mani Shivani says, I want more crush to be part of my life. Please advise me of something. Okay. And Soul Care Provider says, Leo, brilliant. I'm Leo, so I'm very pleased to meet another Leo. Thank you for tuning in. And the interventions of the nukes are such a blessing. Yeah. So I believe that our star family who may be on the planet already, or they may be off of planet, either way, whether they're on planet or off planet, our star family, I believe they are watching out for us, and it's a known phenomenon that that UFOs like do like to hang around. Ooh, we've got a card flying out. UFOs do like to hang around where they keep all of these awful nuclear warheads. The Golden Solar Dragon. Wow. So that's the card that jumped out. So that's perfect. The Golden Solar Dragon. So that is regarding the Leo energy, because Leo is ruled by the sun. That's its planetary sign, even though the sun is not a planet. But in those astrological terms, sun is classed as a planet. Okay, so it says, the Golden Solar Dragon helps you to stand in your masculine power with wisdom. Wow. That's interesting, because we were just talking about feminism. So I feel like there is an emphasis here on finding the balance, because when you become a spiritual person, especially like myself, especially when you're attracted to goddesses and goddess energy, it's important to not become unbalanced. So I'm all for goddess energy. I love the goddess and I love God. So it's important that we keep that balance within ourselves. Okay. So I just wanted to I'll pull one card from the Rose Oracle for the young lady who is asking for a bit of advice. So I'll pull you one card. So it may not have absolutely anything to do with the rest of this video, but I'm always happy to help someone in need, so one card is not going to hurt. Okay, so Spirit's guidance is, after the rain, silver lining, relief, hope, mercy is over. So it's all to do with acceptance. So this is the card. So the message here, there's a silver lining, so it's after the rain. So if you think about that cleansing rain, so you may feel like things have burned out, things have fizzled, and things may seem hopeless, but there's that cleansing rain coming in, and you need to think about your blessings. So when you're feeling sad, think about the good things and the good times, and think about there's a silver lining in every situation. So you need to find whatever that is. So there's good and bad which comes from any action and consequence. So just think about that hope, that mercy, that release, and just accept that it is what it is, and what's happened has happened, and then you just need to find a way to move on from that. Okay. Okay, so please check out George Cavasilis. You will be amazed. That sounds very intriguing, so I will check him out. Thank you, Lily. And I hold the sword of Manjushri, cutting through illusions. Yes, I love that. So I literally have my wire wrapped obsidian dagger here, and this is specifically for cutting through cords and illusions as you speak. So yes, Ascended Masters, please. Okay, so back to the solar dragon. So this is to do with the sun energy, and we need to remember that the sun is at the center of our universe, or not universe, sorry, the sun is at the center of our galaxy, our solar system. So the sun is what gives us life. So it said, let your DNA be reprogrammed and the light codes be activated, become an inspired leader. Wow. So this is all about empowerment here. So there may be people who are watching who feel disempowered, who feel like they're less than, but Spirit wants you to know that you have so much power within you. You have so much to offer the world. So don't cut yourself short. You need to like find that inner power and become an example. So the thing that you're struggling with, the difficulties that you've been through, this means that then you're now an authority in that area, so that you can then help other people who are going through that same thing, because you've been through it. So if anyone can help them through it, then you can, because you've survived that. So it's going back to the original message of survival. Okay. So think about your uniqueness and your authenticity and your creative potential. So all of these are things who make us who we are, and these are things that we can offer to other people and offer to the world. Okay, so just take a moment to affirm, here I am, and don't be ashamed, don't be afraid. So you need to remember about the courage, and sometimes it's okay to know that everybody does get afraid sometimes. We're all afraid of something. So when we push past that fear, because we've measured, when we take back control of the situation, we know that there's no need to be fearful anymore, because we've kind of pushed past it, because we have taken back control of that situation. So it's all about that resilience, and that I'm trying to think of the right word. So there's another word. So there's resilience and the courage. I guess it's just the word courage, basically. So when we're frightened, when we push past that and we go forward anyway and we fight back, this is when we're showing our courage, and this is what we need at this time, because of these intense energies and because of the Mars-like energy that's around. So that there may be disagreements, there may be arguments, whatever, there may be aggressive energy around. So a lot of people may fall into that fight or flight routine, but it's important that if we ourselves fall into that routine of fight or flight, that we're doing it the right way, that we're not just flying off the handle, and that we need to remember that like a good soldier has control. A good soldier doesn't just swing their axe or the sword every which way. They every action, every swing is controlled and precise. And it's the same with a gun, so you wouldn't just go shooting willy-nilly all around, because then you're just gonna you're gonna take losses on your own side. Everyone's at risk when you lose that control. Okay. So facing the fear takes damage. Okay. Yeah, it does. Okay. Elsa says hi. Hello, Elsa. Okay. Interesting. Whew. Brilliant. So this is the card which we've just pulled from the Mystic Martian Oracle. So the card is the pentagram. And it's interesting because this same message keeps on cropping up across a lot of the readings that I do. So I feel like this is an overall kind of energy that we're sitting in. And it's all to do with the harmony, balance. So it says harmony, protection, idealism. So it's finding that balance and finding like the connections. So if you look at the pentagram, it shows you that everything is connected to each other. So at the top point you have spirit, to the side you have air, you have fire, water, etc, etc. You have all of the elements go on all of the points of the pentagram. So everything is in perfect balance, and this is the same kind of ideology we need to bring into our life, like just balancing all of the elements and bringing our lives into harmony. And this is how we move forward. And Elsa says, how are you? Brilliant, thank you. I'm a little tired at the same time, but I am good, thank you for asking. Okay, so harmony, protection, idealism. That is a very interesting one. I'm going to read from the book to see what I feel like there's more in this, more messages in this card. So I'm going to get to the nitty gritty and see what the creator of this deck says about this card. Come on, where is this card? Sacred Geometry, Alchemy, Flower of Life, no. Fire, we had fire. Oh no, we had Earth, sorry. Kabbalah. No. Where is this card? Vesica Pieces, Third Eye. Water. Thank you for bearing with me. Pentagram, there it is. Okay. So the card meaning, so it's natural elements of life, harmony, protection, good health, perfection, idealism, satisfaction, safety, security. So these are all covered by this element or by this symbol. So there's a lot in there. So there is the security. I feel like security is a key word here. So there is the security. So like the pentagram is used as a protection. So it's kind of like a shield around ourselves. So I feel like the message of the card is reminding us about our shielding and our protection, and that will help to keep us safe through the intense energies and through when people are throwing hate at us or throwing any form of aggressive or negative energies at us. If we've got our shields on, if we've got our cloak of light on, if we've got our protective bubble around us, then this will help us. Okay, so it just helps. Obviously, like protection, like visualizing protection around you, it's not going to physically help you. So you still have to have common sense and look after yourself and not put yourself in dangerous situations, but it just gives us that added layer of protection just to help deflect like the lower vibrations, we'll call it, or the low vibes, bad vibes from other people. And Elsa says, oh, I hope you feel better soon. Thank you. I'm not feeling ill or anything. I'm just pretty tired. I started this stream quite late. It's like 1:46 in the morning here. So, yeah. So that's all it is. Thank you. So harmony, protection, and idealism. Okay. So yeah, so just remembering that protection and keeping hold of that security. That is important. Okay. So now I'm going to move on to doing a quick activation. So this is just to help us to navigate through these intense energies from Mars in Leo. Okay. So I'm going to start with, I'm going to hold the sunstone in one hand. So I'm just unraveling, so using the sunstone to pull any energies which are too much for us or that we're not ready to deal with. So we're just pulling that around, pulling that away rather, pulling it away. Thank you, universe. Okay, and then I'm taking the obsidian dagger or sword of light, we'll visualize, and cutting that away. Thank you, Spirit, for cutting away all that does not serve our highest good. And then just breathing light back onto the sunstone. Thank you, and it's ready for use again. So the sunstone, we're going to use it for two uses. One, it's pulling away what doesn't serve us, and for the second thing we're going to use it for is we're going to send a light forward, light energies. Okay, sun energy. Okay, so just, okay, I will use, let's grab the energetic tool. So just remembering. Okay, so just gathering up all of those energies that are a bit too much, we're not quite ready to process yet. Okay, so gathering those energies up. Thank you. Bringing in the 144 hertz. So channeling the energies of the Great Pyramid. Bringing in stability and security, longevity. Thank you, Spirit. Okay, and just clearing any energies which are not needed. So just tying those up, tying it up into a knot, and releasing them, and let them burn in the fire. Okay, next we're going to go in with the iron pyrite. So again, tuning into the Leo energy. So Leo is all about living our creative potential. So it's like, if you think about the person who walks into the room, who lights up the room, who is the life of the party. That sort of energy is what we're talking about here. So think about how you can embody that, like, sunny disposition. Okay. So I Am Pyrite is gifting those Leo vibes across to you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Spirit, for all of your blessings and activations that are appropriate to each of our individual paths. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, next I have Carnelian Stone. So the Carnelian is going to help ease us into the Mars energies the right way. So Carnelian is often used to avert evil. So we're going to use the Carnelian to avert and send away any energies which are too harsh, and to bring good fortune, to bring in the energies which are in alignment with ourselves and our purpose and our goals. Thank you, universe. Thank you. Thank you. And again, we'll grab the 144 wand, we'll call it. It's like a Taurus coil, is probably the proper term for it. Okay, so regulating those energies, balancing, bringing harmony, bringing us harmony. Thank you, Spirit. Bring us your harmony and appropriate activations. In the right place. Thank you. Okay, so just taking a moment here to call in Mother Sekhmet. Mother Sekhmet. Fiery One. Ya Sekhmet. Eye of Ra Sekhmet. Thank you for watching over us. Thank you for your fierce protection. Thank you. And please assist us to connect to the Leo energies. Thank you. Thank you, Sekhmet. Okay, so this next moment, this is the Witch's Ladder. So just take a look at the Witch's Ladder. See how it sways, how it spins. And feel your energy do the same. Thank you, Spirit, for the appropriate activations. Thank you. So just unraveling any energies that are not needed. Thank you. Unraveling and healing with laser-like precision. Getting deep to the heart of the matter. Thank you. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you. Okay. Okay, so just taking a quick look at the the messages. So Elsa says, are you doing readings? Okay, so I'm not specifically doing readings. I have pulled a few cards. So I can pull you a card at the end of this, but I'm just doing a quick healing activation. Ashford Weird says, hi Ruben, hi Sekhmet, beautiful cat queen. Hi Ashford, it's brilliant to see you again. Thank you for tuning in again. But yes, Sekhmet is a beautiful cat queen. She's such a fierce goddess. I love the mythology behind the goddess Sekhmet. So literally the goddess Sekhmet, she is such a fierce goddess, so fierce and powerful that Ra, the creator deity in Egyptian mythology, because mankind was being unruly, being disrespectful to the gods, Ra sent Sekhmet down to punish mankind. So Sekhmet came down and she did not do any half measures. As I was saying earlier, when you're that powerful, when you're like a warrior deity, you don't take any prisoners. So Sekhmet, she was doing this same thing. She was decimating all of mankind. Ra didn't particularly want this, so he'd sent her down to probably to scare a few people and to punish them and to bring them back in line. But Sekhmet went the extra mile and she was completely decimating mankind, and if the gods didn't intervene, then there would have been no mankind left, because Sekhmet would have just destroyed them all. So that is the important thing to remember with Sekhmet, that she is such a fierce deity. So the story then goes that the gods then put, I believe, all of the rivers were flowing with blood, and Sekhmet was lapping up that blood, and the gods poured a beer into the rivers and Sekhmet continued to drink from the rivers, so from the Nile, and as she was drinking it up, she then passed out because she drank so much beer and blood. So she passed out, and once she woke up again, she'd forgotten all about like destroying all of humanity. So, and then, but it's interesting because Sekhmet, she's a goddess who's associated with war, but she's also associated with healing. So it shows she's not a one-trick pony. And it's as the old saying goes, what can kill can cure. There's always that about a healer. So it's a bit like myself, to be fair. Just because I am a healer, don't think that I won't that I won't do the opposite if you deserve it. Okay. TNK says, hi, it is I, Mr. Puzzles. Hello, Mr. Puzzles. Thank you for tuning in. Okay, so we was just talking about the Egyptian deity Sekhmet. So Sekhmet is helping us connect with the Leo energy that's around us right now. Sekhmet is fierce goddess of protection. So fierce like any lioness or lion. Lions just, ooh, I just love lions. Okay, so next I'm coming into the amber. So connecting with the amber. So if you like, you can look into the eyes of the amber skull. So amber is used for many things. Amber brings in protection. So spirit can send protective energy through to you now. But it also brings through healing. Amber is a very healing substance. If you think about it, amber can completely encase in a creature and keep it preserved forever. So amber has that preserving energy to it. So fair enough, I don't believe like the creatures who are encased in amber, they're not still alive, but preserving is preserving. Okay, so just soaking in that amber healing goodness. Thank you, universe, for your gifts. Thank you. Next, I'm gonna do the ruby and the citrine in conjunction. Okay. So bringing into balance. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Bringing us some harmony. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay. And that is ruby, and that's the citrine. And lastly, I'm going to go in with the Scarlet Temple Lemurian Quartz. So this is such a beautiful, powerful and rare crystal. Like Lemurian Quartz is like coveted by most energy healers, but Scarlet Temple Lemurian Quartz, it's very rare. Like if you go into a crystal shop, you rarely won't see it around. Like, so I was very lucky to have the universe provide me with this piece. So just pulling away anything that doesn't serve our highest good, releasing it, surrendering it to the universe. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So the interesting thing to know about crystals as well is that crystals, though they feel like a physical object, they're actually not they're not actually solid. So crystals are pulsing at such a frequency that they may feel like they're solid, but they're actually in between. They're in between like solid and sort of like a liquid state. They're something other, and that's what makes them so unique. But crystals, they are just infinite energy. So sending that infinite energy from the universe, from the crystal, I ask the devas within the crystal to connect with all of you and to bring you what is needed, whatever connection, whatever download, whatever healing, whatever is needed. May it come through for you now. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, universe. Okay. So there we have, that is the basic energetic activation. So just sealing that in with the 144 hertz. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Ascended Masters. Thank you, Angels. Thank you, Ancestors. Thank you, Spirit Guides. Thank you for all of our spiritual teams. Thank you, all of our higher selves, my higher self, your higher self. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And may all be well. Thank you. Namaste. Ashford says, nice deep brick red crystal, very nice find. Yeah, I'm literally going to do a video that's just about about this crystal, because there's just so much mystery and so much that we can learn from this specific crystal, the Lemurian Scarlet Temple. Yeah. So I'm going to do some meditation, and that I will be releasing that video in a month or so, so do look out for it. So I'm going to love you all and leave you here. So thank you for tuning in. Please check out some of the other videos, and I hope to see you again next week. Take care, brightest blessings, and namaste. And happy holidays.